My coworker never made a new pot of coffee, so I unplugged the machine right after she poured hers. There's this woman at my office, Crystal, who's been doing the same thing for 3 months straight. Every morning around 9:30, she'd stroll over to the coffee station with her oversized mug that says Boss Babe on it. She'd pour the last bit of coffee, leaving maybe half an inch of burnt liquid at the bottom, then walk away like she just did everyone a favor. The unspoken rule is simple. If you take the last cup, you make the next pot. It's basic office etiquette that even the interns figured out on day one. But Crystal? She'd grab her coffee and disappear back to her cubicle, leaving whoever came next to deal with cleaning out the old filter and starting fresh. I watched this happen for weeks. People would grumble under their breath, but nobody said anything directly to her. Our manager Dave even put up a passive-aggressive sign that said, "Please make a new pot if you finish the coffee," with little coffee bean stickers around the edges. Crystal would walk right past it every single day. Last Tuesday, I decided I'd had enough. I got to work early and positioned myself at the copier across from the coffee station. I pretended to be fixing a paper jam while keeping one eye on the coffee maker. Around 9:15, I heard her heels clicking down the hallway. She was wearing these bright red pumps that made way too much noise on the tile floor. Crystal walked up to the coffee station, grabbed her mug, and tipped the pot. Just like always, she poured out every last drop except for that tiny bit at the bottom that looked like motor oil. She even swirled the pot around to make sure she got everything. Then she set it back down, took a sip, and smiled like she just won the lottery. The second she turned around and started walking back toward her desk, I made my move. I walked over, unplugged the coffee machine from the wall outlet, and calmly walked away. The little red power light went dark instantly. About 20 minutes later, I heard someone say, "What the hell?" from the break room. It was Brad from accounting, standing there with an empty mug, staring at the cold, dead coffee maker and the nasty dregs left in the pot. He tried pressing the power button a few times before realizing it wasn't plugged in. Brad looked around the office and asked nobody in particular who was the last person to get coffee. A few people shrugged, but then Jennifer from HR piped up. She'd seen Crystal leaving the break room earlier with her full mug. Within 5 minutes, half the office was talking about it. Someone even went over to Crystal's desk to ask if she knew what happened to the coffee machine. She looked genuinely confused and said she had no idea, but everyone was staring at her like they finally figured out who'd been pulling this crap for months. Crystal had to walk back to the break room with everyone watching. She fumbled around trying to figure out how to make a new pot, while like 8 people stood there waiting for their caffeine fix. Her hands were shaking as she measured out the coffee grounds, and she kept apologizing to everyone about how long it was taking. The best part? She spilled coffee grounds all over the counter and had to clean that up too while everyone waited. Someone even made a joke about how this was probably her first time making coffee for other people, and Crystal's face turned bright red. I grabbed my fresh cup from the new pot she made and didn't say a single word about unplugging the machine. But I made sure to smile and thank her really loudly for making such good coffee. Ever since then, Crystal makes a new pot every single time she finishes one.